Welcome to the final part of Sonic Forces. Man, this is a short game. Also, bye, Infinite. We're probably never going to see you again.
Okay, so at this point, we beat him. Is he going to put a mask on over his mask?
I'm not weak! I'm not!
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask, brother.
I'm not weak. I'm not weak. I'm not.
Oh, hi, Eggman.
Oh, hi, Sonic.
Oh, hi, Stas, the abyss.
Something that irritates the fuck out of me is that Infinite and Eggman just both sort of disappear after you beat them.
Yeah, like, Infinite he's just gone. Like, you know, if they were... Here's the thing, like, I know it's a little bit tired. Actually, it's kind of not tired because it's been like 10 years since we've had this plot twist, but having Infinite betray Eggman I know is something that would have been really predictable, but if Eggman was going to betray Infinite, I would have rather they made that a bigger thing, and like, I don't know, Eggman flips some sort of backup switch and then Infinite goes berserk and that's the final boss instead.
Well, see, Ted,
or something.
Ted, you say it's been 10 years. That plot twist happened in both Lost World and Rise of Lyric, so no, I'm good.
Okay. Alright, my bad. I don't like... It's
Also,
like I'm not
worst
paying
classic
attention.
Sonic level, probably.
Haven't we said this like 6 times already? Like, we said Casino Forest was the worst, and then Death Egg, and this now,
In 2017, why the fuck is there an auto-scrolling section in a Sonic game?
But don't you love Bridge Zone or whatever it was in the Game Gear?
Yes, I do. But I was
Bridge Zone,
I was
yeah.
4 and an idiot at the time.
At the time.
Fuck you, Ryan. I thought we were friends. I defended you from Lewis, Ryan. This is how you repay me. Fuck you.
This is hands down the worst level in the game. It is where all of Classic Sonic's control issues in this game come home to roost, and it has auto-scrolling on top of that.
Oh, you'll see how I die in the auto-scrolling.
Yeah, you know what? But you see, worse in a sense where it's not like Eggman or like Eggman Land or anything like that. It's just totally fucking jank.
It's jank. It also has, like, no fucking alternate pathways worth a damn. Like, I'm
So
seeing
just
some
like
stuff
every
that I
other
don't
level
know
in
how
the
to
game?
reach here and there, but... eh.
Oh.
Oh.
Why is there an auto-scroller in a Sonic game?
at least it's short, thankfully. Like, it's not the whole level.
It's not short when it keeps killing you.
Yeah,
I
was
didn't
gonna
die
say.
that much here, personally.
I don't like the idea of auto-scrollers in general.
Yeah, but here's the really jank part of the auto-scrollers. Okay, if you get caught on the rolling thing at the edge of the screen, it just stops you at the bottom, and you're stuck until you die.
The screen is a wall, even though there's no reason for it to be that way.
I'm gonna say drinking part for this game. Every time one of us says jank, take a shot.
Oh no, jank is like.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. But you know, here's my question. Why is it an auto-scroller that has no explanation? We have an explanation for an auto-scroller section. It was in the last Avatar stage, where there was a laser following you. Why not just have the fucking laser following you, if you're going to do something like
Well,
that?
then, but that wouldn't explain why you can't outrun
Make
the
it
screen
an
at all.
infinite
Well,
thing.
make
Infinite
two
can warp
lasers.
reality.
Yeah,
You know?
if you're surrounded by lasers, then that's fine. Yeah,
Or have
but,
infinite warp reality. It's really not that hard. You know, if you want it to control like a
Eggman,
standard...
what's your plan? I'm gonna use 2 lasers to keep the hedgehog exactly where I want him.
And then you're going to shoot him while he can't go anywhere.
Nope. I'm just gonna let him finish the level, but on my
Here's my
fucking
question,
terms.
though. If reality stopping... I mean, if reality being altered to such an extent that it actually... like, if your perception of reality can be altered to such an extent that it affects your actual reality, to the point where they can drop a virtual sun on you and burn you to death just the same, why the fuck...
I hit that booster. Dead.
yeah,
Yeah.
that happened to me too. You
Yep.
have to spin dash.
You need to, you have, no, it's not even a matter of that. You either spin dash into it, or you need to start at the very left of the edge of that platform to make
That's
it.
so stupid.
That's...
Yeah.
I
It's-
died there a
it's
few times.
really fucking
But like
dumb.
I was saying, if the Phantom Ruby can inject virtual reality,
Oh, hi,
reality
Gerard's beard made it into the game.
so hard that it actually
C-3PO.
that it actually physically hurts you and kills you, why can't the Phantom Ruby just
Kill you.
cast an illusion on someone that tricks them into thinking they're dead and then kills them?
Or, like, casts an illusion of something, like, in their throat and choke them, or cast an illusion of someone Temple of Dooming their heart, or whatever.
Yeah.
I have a better question. Can we use the Phantom Ruby to create an alternate reality where this franchise is still fucking worthwhile?
Sonic Mania is a thing. It's kind of a tired thing.
Let me rephrase it. Can we use the Phantom Ruby to make a reality where Sonic Team made games are still working?
There's a good question now. With Forces being so average, does that mean the best ending of Mania is now the bad ending?
Yes, because it means that Classic is forced to endure the game after Mania.
Why were you not taking damage from those lasers there? Was that invincibility?
Is that what Chaos Control is?
I did a thing on my solo channel as a dumb joke video on Spur of the Moment, where I literally just dubbed over the ending of Sonic Mania with the ending of Ultima 7 and the opening of Ultima 8, where the Guardian takes his giant fucking hand and transports the Avatar into an alternate dimension, and by extension,
what's a Paladin?
A much worse game. Yeah, and it synced up disturbingly well to the video.
Your knowledge of the land shall be great.
I do want to say, just because I have been making comments, I don't think...
I give no shits, just run a straight line.
That's all I do.
Level design, this good level design. I don't... You know what the biggest problem with this game is? It's not as bad or as broken as 06 or Rise of Lyric. So there isn't a lot to talk about. It's just fucking bland.
It's that Shadow the Hedgehog problem of being boring.
It's a mess.
No, because Shadow is I would say Shadow is broken, and Shadow has a way more hilariously tries to be edgy storyline. There is far more to talk about.
Shadow also has more design problems with collectathon kind of gameplay.
It also could have been a much better game.
Forces is so middle of the road that you just can't salvage. No, to be fair though, the fact that you can't riff on it should never be a critique against a video game, because
So John, you just sabotaged your point from the Rise of Lyric versus Sonic 06 debate. For the record, you said that you said Sonic 06 was a better game because you could make fun of it more in that debate.
You know what, Johnny? Even though at this point of time that video is not online, I'm going to use this audio to retroactively make us the winners of that debate. Fuck you.
So you're going to rig it as much as you rigged the Adventure 1 versus 2 debate. Awesome. Good to know.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, it's that Death Egg robot from the Death Egg.
This is called the Death Egg robot, but it looks nothing like the Death Egg robot
Why
anymore.
does this thing look like Lyric? This literally looks like Lyric with more arms.
If you were to imagine the Death Egg robot as being the Sega Genesis, the arms would be the 32X, and then the weird tentacle things would be the Sega CD.
What is this monstrosity Sega has created?
I actually let out an audible groan when I saw the title of the boss fight going in. I was like, Death Egg, God!
This game has has one original idea, which is the Avatar, and even that's not done very well. Everything else is a mishmash of bland shit thrown together into a blender and not written very well. It has a serious identity problem where, again, there is no stage in this game that has its own unique visual identity. Name one.
I just want to see the Avatar get his own damn game.
I would play that.
Tails, you gonna help out? No, you're just gonna stand there and cheer or something?
Tails can't do shit.
Roger Craig Smith's line delivery of failed so badly feels like it's out of context from what's happening on screen.
It almost sounds like he's running out of breath when he's saying it.
Either that, or he's preaching a service. He's preaching.
I think it would have helped. It sounds more like a boom line, honestly, that needed boom animation to work it out. But in this game, it just comes off very fucking stilted.
Hey Ryan, I see you died.
Yes, I did.
Question about this section: why is Eggman creating platforms for Sonic?
So I love how we're playing tennis with him, like Ganondorf.
Why does this giant robot, which is, as Eggman's, it's powered by the Phantom Ruby, so it is, as in Eggman's own words, the most powerful thing he's ever created. Why is it almost destroyed by just a bunch of rocks full?
Why does it need to throw rocks? Why can't it fire missiles or something?
If it's so damn powerful, why do we not need a super form to actually beat it?
Why does it never get the idea to use one of its 6 arms?
You
for
have
anything?
6 fucking arms. Just smash that platform he's on, you fucking moron.
I haven't said this in a while. It's a video game.
Yeah, but it's a dumb video game.
Okay, Mr. Izuka, calm down.
Many failed attempts later.
The Avatar part of this fight's the worst part. This is bullshit. If you pick the,
I got clipped and fell down a lot.
This is
so.
another case where, depending on the Wispin you pick,
God help you if you pick Cube.
God help you if you did drill, yeah.
Yeah, Cube is useless.
Drill is useless.
If you have Flamethrower, you can just, like, I didn't know at first that you could hurt it through the hands, because it's, like, if you try to homing attack, you do, like, a tiny bit of damage.
You can also damage the core.
But that's a lot harder.
I've heard that a lot. That like people didn't know you couldn't hurt.
That's
the
a lot riskier because you have to jump into the abyss.
It depends on the angle. It honestly depends on the angle where the fist lands. Because earlier Ryan could have hit it easily, given how much range the flamethrower has.
The robot's right hand is always the one that you can hit. So if you stay to the left of the level, the center should probably be in a better spot for you to hit it, assuming that the lasers it's shooting don't destroy the platforms you need in order to reach. But like there, the flamethrower doesn't reach, so I doubt Asteroid would reach either, and Hover probably wouldn't reach at all either. So, ugh. Riveting final boss, isn't that though?
I'll just leave my fist here so he can shoot it with fire. I'm a genius, though.
That took me 4 minutes to do on multiple tries. Guess what? I do the final part in one try.
You know, when I was streaming this, people were like, "Oh my gosh, this final form is so hard," and I'm like, "Guys, really? The final form really isn't all that bad."
It gets a little chaotic, but that's about it.
Why does this thing pop out of his robot like a goddamn alien?
He just gave birth to himself.
Also, hi Wispbot 2.0.
The unspoken implication is that this thing has some sort of infinite consciousness in it.
Yeah, and I do like this final track.
It reminds me so much of Undertale.
I was just so done with caring by the time I got here. I just wanted the game to be over.
I mean, I'm talking purely
the game
music.
The game is pretty fucking uninspired throughout the entire run. This final boss really sealed the deal. It was like, oh, we're just doing the Nega armor again.
Yep.
From Colors. It's like, all right.
I mean, granted, at the very least, it's a longer fight than in Colors, where you hit it like twice.
But it's the same fight, though. You know, that's the thing. It's almost 1-to-1 the same fight.
It's not original, but I will say it is a better fight than the Colors, Generations, or Lost World final bosses. It's not original, but I like this more
it's
as a
not.
final
Yeah, it's no time eater.
Well, you know, Clement, I agree with you in Colors. I still prefer. I think the Colors final boss fight is more fun than this.
It has more charm to make up for its deficiencies, is what I would say.
Reach for the Stars is a better bass track to make a final orchestral version than Fist
It
Bump,
helps that Sonic
though.
Colors has the announcer thing going on, which is if you were to play the Japanese version, it's like the exact same announcer that announces the powers from Kamen Rider Double.
So the other thing though is that the final boss is better if you like the game leading up to it, like, because the final boss is like the climactic finish. If you don't care about the game before that, it could be the best final boss ever, but chances are it's not going to get you to care any more than what you already did, you know?
I still like this music track though, so.
Well, I mean, the final boss having the best music is par for the course for Sonic, thankfully, but.
I haven't seen what happens if you don't do the button combo. I assume you still do it.
I imagine you still
I'm
would.
assuming you probably still win, yeah.
Most powerful thing Eggman's ever made with the power of the Phantom Ruby. Doesn't even need to go super to beat it.
You can't. Oh yeah, so we should mention you can't at the game's initial launch. You could not go super at all. So
Supersonic is DLC.
Yeah, Supersonic's DLC.
Supersonic hasn't been unlocked in the programming. It's in the game.
Oh, it is? Ooh.
Yeah.
According to the patch
because
notes.
Wait,
what the fuck? Sonic Boom gloves, Sonic Boom scarf, classic Sonic shoes.
Yep.
And Eggman
And
shirts.
Clement's favorite T-shirt.
Now there's a black one with a red logo.
Oh no, guys, I'm sorry. Clement's favorite T-shirt is that T-shirt that has Sonic on it. Thanks.
That's
social
not
media
real.
team.
That's not real.
Oh my god. No, it is
Is
real.
it? Where is it?
Yeah, it's real. It's in the PC version of the game.
Oh, the PC version. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the PC version.
Oh,
of the game.
jeez.
Fucking we got Sonic and Sonic.
Seriously,
What the fuck is
when memes go way too fucking far, we get fucking Sonic DLC shirts in this game.
I'm expecting a DLC or a mod where you can add in a Pikachu's tail as like a lower body part, so you can have Sonic too.
Can we not talk about?
Can we? No,
Sonic
guys. I want
2?
a mod. I want a mod where during the game there was a mission where you have to send cupcakes to the Game Grumps. So then the social media's team's full story would come full circle.
By classic Sonics, you're going back to the good games again.
This doesn't make any sense why destroying the Phantom Ruby would send him back. For the record, if anything, it would lock him here, because there's no way to send him back now.
Yeah, that would be the story angle they went with if they were being smart about their drama.
Maybe we wiped him from existence.
I can't
love
believe
this
Sonic
line.
is fucking dead.
Maybe all along. You know what, though? I actually kind of had a theory
A game
in my
theory?
head. Yeah, it is kind of by extension. You're right. That the classic Sonic in this game was a Phantom Ruby illusion the entire time. Because the first time it appears is when Tails is begging for Sonic to come, and when classic Sonic appears, it has the same sort of graphical effect as the fake Zavik Chaos and Shadow surrounding it, and I think, and then when you get rid of the Phantom Ruby, that's when he disappears.
Although, guys, although Ted, Johnny, also the fact that because of what the Phantom Ruby does, it kind of implies the whole of Mania is an illusion, which again could imply that Sonic in general is an illusion, which by extension means that all of our lives are also an illusion.
Yeah, the end. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Death comes for us all at the end. That's one thing. But
True that.
I don't know.
Johnny.
To
In
me,
the
I
words
thought
of
it was
Tails,
it was pretty fun food for thought that the classic Sonic in this game was just a Phantom Ruby illusion.
It makes more sense than some of the stuff they actually attempt to explain in the game. So, it's not a
Yeah, that would
bad...
actually have been a clever twist at the end and would have justified Classic Sonic appearing here. Like he was like Classic Sonic.
That would require
memories from
Izuka and
Generation
Kishimoto to actually be smart.
I love the line with Sonic, where modern Sonic, after Classic disappears, goes, "I'm sure we'll see him again when Sonic Team once again run out of ideas."
True that, yo.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
It's the Havoc engine.
The problem I have with this game in general can be summed up as it was a great concept. It was squandered on this game. Why?
This is a mess. This is, aside from Shadow the Hedgehog, I think, not the worst Sonic game. It's far from the worst.
It's not.
It's not the worst.
It's perfect. It's perfectly serviceable. It's just fucking bland.
If you're a Sonic fan, it's disappointing. That's all.
Mm-hmm. And that's coming from the guy who liked Lost World, so you know he fucked up.
I think Lost World is way better than this.
Honestly,
Same
you know what?
truth.
I think Lost World is worse than this. This game, for all of its problems, never made me want to throw my controller, and Lost World made me want to do that multiple times, so...
Well, because Forces never gets the
Good
chance.
point.
Here's the thing. Comparing this to Lost World is a bit unfair in either direction, because they're both trying to do really different things. And in my case, I just don't really like what Lost World was trying to do, even though I know in my head, objectively, that it did so reasonably well.
Lost World
whereas
is a more
in-
polished game, easily.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sonic Forces, I really like what it's trying to do, but it did so badly. So, which is gonna piss you off in the end is up
And again,
to you.
because Classic Sonic is in this game, it's, people saw the teaser, people saw the initial reaction of Sonic 2017 at that live stream, and we were like, oh my god, it's going to be like Generations. It's from the makers of Colors and Generations. But when you compare it to those two games specifically that it's trying to emulate, it doesn't pass the mustard, it's not even close to being as good.
Question, quick, I'm sorry, but why, I will say for the first few minutes, I actually like the fact that the game just shows you like the backgrounds. Why stop here?
Because there's only so many... Because
there's
there's only,
one more.
6 level themes, Gareth. They run out. They run out.
there is some good art design going on in these back.
No, I disagree.
one.
No,
Not this
the
one, there's
the
not.
art design in this is tired and bland and dumb. It's the
No,
same
no.
shit.
I mean, like in certain places, like
I play flute.
The jungle is nice looking. I really like the way the trees look, and I also really liked the background elements in the city that show you the trees, the blocky trees, and the sort of not Green Hill level aesthetic that they have going on there, which really should have been used for an actual not Green Hill level rather than giving us Green Hill again. I'm just saying, would have made more sense and been more visually interesting.
Thoughts on this song, "The Light of Hope"?
It's like the rest of this game, Garrett. It's fine.
It's also really, really funny that they took the blocky trees from Lost World and gave them leaves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this song leaves no impression on me at all.
However, Ted, the next one certainly will.
Light of Hope's fine, but it's no Dear My Friend.
I'm gonna put on Jump Up Superstar
It's
real
no Dear My
quick.
Friend, or you know a song always gets overlooked? "Worth a Chance" from Secret Rings. That's a damn good song.
The problem is The problem is that Secret Rings is god awful.
By the time you get to the end of Secret Rings, you've been listening to Seven Rings in Hand so much that you just numb to the concept of music.
Yeah, that's all you hear, even if something else is
Make
playing.
believes reborn!
The only slow song in Sonic that's ever done anything for me is "Live Life," and even then, I'm not as high on that song as a lot of.
That's not even a slow song, Ted. Though.
Well, it's got that like ballady feel though. Is the thing
yeah, but I wouldn't call that. I wouldn't call that. A slow
No,
song.
I do agree. I do like Secret Rings' final one, but
At the risk of continuously stroking 06's cock, I actually do like Elisa's theme
My
at the end
Destiny.
of the.
No, I do
yeah,
too.
My
boys,
Destiny.
boys, let's so sing along.
Yeah.
fist bump, Ted's favorite song.
It's really sad that in Mario Odyssey they do Sonic styled vocal tracks better than Sonic Forces.
Who's forward in a line?
There's a guy in the testing team called there's a guy in the testing team called Kazuya Adachi. Kazuya Zenteki and Adachi is in percent.
Shut up, Adachi. Is that what? No, wait. Is that what they did when they were testing? Whenever we would come up with like level design problems, like, sir, we have this problem with the level. Shut up, Adachi.
Honestly, the fact that if Kazuya was in charge of level design, I think it would make a lot more sense because he probably wouldn't give a fuck enough to try to fix anything.
Legal counsel Wendy Wang. That's even more unfortunate.
You know,
As Eggman says, nice.
the one thing that Lost World undeniably improved over the old Sonic games was making sure that the credits weren't a million years long, and they screw it up again.
It was 3 minutes. And all you heard was the amazing
Wonderworld.
Wonderworld.
And in this, they're 10-minute long. It's. Bleh.
You don't need to know who the head of HR for Sega of Europe is.
Whatever, it's
we
the end
do.
credits.
I need to do something while I'm waiting for enough money to get a Switch. So I'm probably going to play Lost World again, just to see if I still feel as bad about it after this game.
You know, again, Lewis, same thing that I said off mic, but like both playing this game and Clemens LP actually makes me want to give Lost World a
So
second try.
what you're saying is Sonic has become the new Sega. Sonic has become the new Zelda in terms of the cycle. Oh, now you like Lost World.
See, Ryan, Skyward Sword did nothing wrong.
Except Breath of the Wild is clearly just better than Skyward Sword in every way. So,
But that doesn't mean Skyward Sword's bad. This means that Breath of the Wild's bad.
Skyward Sword is still bad.
Why? I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
who's
shut
managing
up.
traffic outside the
Nobody
offices.
cares. Nobody cares. Okay, a lot of people have said to me about Sonic Forces in particular, "Oh, I'm going to get it cuz it's only $40." And I'm like,
James Kent, John Clark.
"Don't buy this game just cuz it's $40, all right? It's not worth that much
No,
money."
spend the extra $20 and get Odyssey.
Or just spend half the money, and I don't even really like Sonic Mania that much, but for $20 you get twice the game.
Boys. He said it again.
For $20 you get a
Commentaries
longer
on fire.
game in Sonic Mania than you do for Sonic Forces, which is $40. Just because it's budget price does not mean it's suddenly more worth your time if the game isn't worth that much money in the
Well,
first
no,
place.
it makes it a bit easier to swallow, but it's not a reason to get it.
I
It's
feel
not
ripped
really
off even at
longer.
$40.
Ted, Ted, it's not really longer, but it is broader. Like the levels are when you stretch the game
In
out. from
my
beginning to end-
Lewis, specifically, my Mania playthrough was about as long as my Forces playthrough.
I agree with Ted. I think Mania is a longer game.
Lewis, as we said earlier, though, Mania, there's no cutscenes.
Here's the thing about Mania, though. It's broader. It's got more explorative value in it. You have more to go back to when you play the game, rather than just finding a way to shave a few minutes.
Well, no,
I'm
I'm talking about like I haven't done any of that with Mania. I played like one straight. Like I'm gonna do.
Do we need to know who the payroll and benefits manager is, Sega?
Even if you're just gonna play through the game
Okay,
once
I have a
each,
question.
Mania's
I
longer.
have a question. I have a question.
Go
Why
on.
do they put the HR department in the game credits?
That's your question?
Because Lewis, certain people in this game either needed time off to get married, or they needed to have surgery, and somebody had to program that shit.
That's how fucking boring this game is. We have to question why the HR department was included in the... Never in any other Sonic commentary, to my knowledge. I don't know. I was kind of high for one of them. That we questioned the HR department being in the credits of the fucking game.
Although, Johnny, to be fair, in the Rise of Lyric, we did spend about a minute talking about sleep deprivation in those
Yes. And I was just off the heels of surgery at the end of 06.
Gameplay recording resumed because you exited block scene.
Nobody can see who made this game.
Yeah,
And
Gameplay
pause.
recording paused because you entered block scene.
That just means that this is a different file than the credits.
Oh right.
This whole thing reminds me of an image, just a 2-panel anime image. We'll meet again, won't we? Nah, you're a filler character. I'll never see you again.
This scene is like something out of Lassie. What's that, little boy? TV strapped down a well. Oh, you better go get him then.
I see someone on the other side of the world is trapped. I must go help them.
You see everything. You're freaking out of it.
You know,
I can see why no one likes you, Knuckles.
Now here the awkward part of this cutscene is how Knuckles turns to the Avatar and says, "What? You're leaving? There's other people who need your help." Like he's talking for the Avatar there.
well, he is because the Avatar can't talk.
Yeah, I know, but it's so goddamn awkwardly obvious.
I love Omega's hand movement. He's like doing like, "Oh, you bitch" type of
The
movement.
shit I missed.
Why is
That's the
Shadow
kind of-
even here? Like,
Wait. Are we talking Sonic Forces or Sonic Boom?
Here's my question: why are we having this meeting down in the dilapidated basement when, now that the world is saved, this reminds me too much of DMC Devil May Cry, by the way.
This got a free espresso.
No,
This
my
got a free
favorite
espresso
thing
machine.
about this moment is before the credits, Sonic is the one who says like, "Okay, guys, we won, but as a team, we now need to help clean up the world." And I
I'm
was
going
like,
off now, bye.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, so like, you guys do that. I'm gonna go run in this direction because bye.
Alright. And Sayonara stares the abyss. We'll maybe probably
Ryan,
never see you
Ryan,
again.
I was really hoping you would just cut it after he jumps off and just put in like a sound effect of him hitting something hard.
You know what I think though? I think the worst part about this is the second game in the Sonic series that's given us Spider-Man grappling powers and then not let us Spider-Man around with them. Even though it's shown the character doing that in cutscenes.
we're never gonna get another Avatar game. Like I
Probably not.
hope this is one of those things where 4 months from now you guys are gonna be making mean videos about it, and I'll be happy in this case because like an Avatar game, given the right asterisks, given the right creative team and some actual effort, could be cool. But I don't think we're ever gonna see that. So that's just another dropped, wasted bucket that they're never gonna.
Sonic Adventure 1 modding community, maybe try to implement the Avatar into Sonic Adventure. I don't know. It would be cool.
So yeah, that was Sonic Forces. Who knows if we'll be doing a new Sonic game next year, or if we'll be revisiting Adventure 1 or something.
Although
I don't see another mainline Sonic.
So
game
Adventure 1
ready for
redo next year it is.
I think it's
Yeah.
it's 2 years. I think before we get another 3D Sonic game, and hopefully it's fucking good this time. I know that's a lot to ask, but it would be nice.
Hopefully it's good in the sense of being better than average good.
Like, no, I want, like, you know what? Why do we have to have qualifiers? Why can't it just be a fun game?
I'm saying that as a qualifier because, you know, people are going to say, I didn't think Sonic Forces was that bad. I don't think Sonic Forces is that bad either.
No.
I just don't think it's that good.
Well, see, I don't. In terms of not bad, I don't think this game's bad at all.
It's mediocre.
It's just fucking. It is like, you know, on a scale, you know, on a scale of like good to bad. This is fucking. This is. I tweeted this, so you know, allow me to repeat myself. This is the Thor 2 of video games. I have no interest in like coming back to this thing. You know, like I seen it. It's like I seen it. It was fine. I didn't hate it, didn't love it, but like after you know, I will play through it one more time just because when I did the live stream, I wasn't able to really take the game in type of thing. So I plan to play it through one more time, and then I will probably just throw it into the air as a frisbee.
Yeah, and you know, there are people who have played this game and you know their refrain throughout the entire Let's Play or review experience is, I didn't hate it. Well, I didn't hate it either. In fact, I had fun at places, but it's got a lot of problems that are everywhere within the game. So how do I grade that?
To me, this is the definition of mediocre. Like, not even average, because, for example, like, New Super Mario Brothers is an average Mario game.
Just gonna say, mediocre is basically a synonym for average.
Okay, well, then maybe this is
a meaner way to say it.
Well, because I mean it in a meaner way in this instance. Because, like, I would say New Super Mario Brothers is average. It doesn't do anything special, but it's playable, and I have a decent time. This is
like the difference between a C- and a C+.
Yeah, but it's important to make that distinction because otherwise people won't get how slightly disappointed and angry, but not very disappointed and angry I am. The specific level of disappointment must be precise. Precision
It's playable.
Key. It's playable.
It's playable, but the boost formula had a green hill. It had a chemical plant. Eggman was funny once. The dialogue and story used to be better in the older games. This is just not a very memorable experience. It's been done, and it might be done well to some people, but it's been done. And that's my problem.
To me,
It's a very tired game.
Yeah, and you know what? If you want a Sonic game that has a serious plot and, you know, a coherent story that has that tone, that serious tone and stakes and sense of adventure, we already have one. It's called Freedom Planet.
To me, it's basically what I kind of posted the Louis C.K. bit about the rug, where it's like it's fine. That's all the emotional investment it warrants. It doesn't solve all my problems, but it's a rug. It doesn't solve all my problems, but it doesn't make me want to puke.
So, any other closing thoughts?
See you next year for Adventure, guys.
That's how boring this fucking game is.
All right, so next year is Adventure 1 redo. Then, provided they don't surprise announce anything.
You know, they'll probably make, like, Mania 2 or something. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Who cares?
We'll see.
Good night, everybody.